Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Babyface P. Today we got something cool. This is something I went out of my way to get my hands on. We're looking at a Henry today. As you read in the subject line, it's a Henry garden gun. So for anybody that's tuning in, that's just watching and not knowing what this is a smoothbore 22, 18.5 inch. Basically, you could consider it a 22 LR shotgun. Pretty much what it is. You might ask yourself, why would you want something like this? Well, when you shoot the 22 shot shell out of a rifled barrel, and we have a rifled barrel behind here that we're going to compare to, that's a Marlin 39A. It spins, and as it spins and leaves the barrel, it opens up your shot pattern, makes it bigger. Smoothbore keeps the shot pattern a little bit smaller, considerably smaller, supposedly. So we got a box of Winchester Super X's. We got this, we got that, we got a steel target. We're gonna go set up a camera so we can see sort of what shot pattern this is gonna leave. So let me get, man, I hope that wind isn't bothering you guys. Let me get over there, get set up, and we're gonna do some shooting. See how the shot patterns on I believe it's an 18 inch. It's a Marlin 39A, so whatever the barrel length is there, I believe it's 18 or 20 inch compared to this. Let's go do that. All right, so we're going to compare the garden gun. I was going to compare it to the Marlin 39A, change of plans. Turns out a 24 inch barrel versus an 18 inch barrel, you actually get very close to the similar patterning. So we're going to compare it more apples to apples. I grabbed a 1022. That's an 18 inch barrel versus the 18.5 on the garden gun. And it looks, I did a little bit of testing, it looks like there is a good difference to show when it is a very close apples to apples. So, all right. So, let's start with the 1022. Let me feed around in. One thing to note, one reason why the lever action is a pretty good gun. These shot shells don't cycle in semi-autos. So 1022, you're gonna have a hard time getting it to cycle it. Where on a lever gun, you don't have a problem. So let me go ahead and dump one into the chamber. Oh, this is the hardest part. There we go. All right, chamber one up, step back a little bit. And with the camera on, we're gonna shoot the bottom target with the 1022. And this is about distance to a snake. That's what I would consider. Distance to a snake, maybe a rat running across a fence. This will be a good job here. So 1022 on bottom. Not too bad actually. But again, didn't cycle. And Henry garden gun on top. I'm gonna throw one in the chamber. And about the same distance. There we go. That shows a much better pattern. Let me bring you guys over. You can see them on the camera over here, but let me bring you guys in, show you what I'm talking about. All right, so with the 1022, you have a couple flyers, which is to be expected. If you took in the account of the flyers, you're talking about, I don't know, about that big. Without the flyers, your actual center of where the shot pattern is about that. With this one, you also have the flyers. The flyers are smaller, but I'd say your center shot pattern, maybe 60% smaller-ish. And you can see a lot of the pellets stack on top of each other. So you get stacking up in here where you're aiming, you know, aiming for a head, aiming for a body, whatever it is. You're gonna get a lot of the pellets stacking in the middle, a couple of flyers on the outside, and then a couple of bigger flyers. But yeah, I'd say when you're talking equivalent size, equivalent barrel length, about 60% smaller shot pattern. So that's great, because I know a lot of you guys would probably be using a 1022. That's kind of it's the most common 22 out there. This shows you get about a 60% pattern decrease for the same barrel length. If you start talking longer barrels, that's when it starts changing a little bit. So I tried at first shooting the Marlin 39A. That's a 24 inch barrel. The pattern was almost identical to this. A little tiny bit bigger, but very similar. If you have an old school 22 with like a 28 inch hunting barrel, you're probably gonna get pretty close to this. And you can step a little bit further away because the muzzle is, you know, further out in front of you. For anybody who is looking at this as a modern snake getter, rat getter, yeah, no, the proof is in the pudding. The shot size is smaller. And I hope it picks up in the contrast picks up from the camera, because I can see it from here. The shot size is about that versus about that. So maybe 50 or 60% smaller shot size. So beyond just the benefit of the shot pattern being tighter, that's the main deal here. You can chamber a whole bunch. Like I said, when you're talking about a 1022, semi-autos have a hard time. These things don't have a whole lot of oomph behind them. And they don't really help you with extraction. So you got a hard time with that. It's a tough thing where when you have something, say the revolver of the rifle world, the lever gun, it's hard not to make it work. You really got to try to not make it work. So, let me put my ears in, give you a quick demonstration of what I'm battling on about. I think it holds 15, by the way. Just like that. Ready? Oh, didn't get it. You guys count however many that was. Let me go show you the pattern. One last time, let's go look at the pattern. I'll if it'll come in focus. One last time, let's go look at the pattern. You'll see that this thing is pretty awesome. So, there you go. You can see 6, 7 shots on target. It starts taking the paint off real fast. And you can imagine what that'll do to a rat, a mouse, field mouse, snake, bufo toad, since we got those here in Florida. This would be great toad destroyer. It works really, really well. You don't have to get that close. You get a nice tight pattern. You can pump a bunch into an object if you need to. If the first one doesn't take care of it, you don't have to worry about the gun not cycling, because you cycle it yourself. All in all, yeah, this is a good companion for a farmer, somebody with property, somebody who has a wife that is terrified of snakes and won't even open the back door if there's rumor of one in the neighborhood. Works great for all of us. And the price isn't too bad. I think MSRP is like $450. I'm sure you could get that down to maybe $350 in once the panic buying stops. You could probably find it a little bit cheaper. But yeah, no, this one is going to be sitting by the back door from now on, and it will be our garden gun. We will be using it to take care of water moccasins, because in Florida, in the part of Florida that we are, we back up to a lake. We do have moccasins every so often, and I am not going to chase off a moccasin and run the risk of having the dog get bit when I can garden gun it. So there you guys go. I hope you like this. This is an odd one. This is not something we do a whole lot of. This is not something that I ever thought I would own, but I'm on board. I'm 100% on board. I think it will work very well for its intended purpose. Hope you guys like it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I read through all the comments that come in, and I'll leave a little thumbs up and a heart if I like your comment. But no, you'll know that I read through it if there's at least a thumbs up on it. Yeah, any comment that comes in, I read through them all. So leave me a comment. It's the best thing you could do to break YouTube's algorithm. But anyways, catch you guys on the next one. See ya.